Hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. Here on the Solana chart, we are tracking still, like in the last video mentioned yesterday, this C wave decline. So what we are tracking is A wave down complete. We had a B wave rally that ended as a 3-wave move, failed to form a 5-wave move up, and we're now likely in this C wave decline. I already communicated the ideal target range for a C wave to the downside. It's between $128.92 and $109.47. This is the ideal target range, but we can also pay attention to the Fibonacci retracements. It's just a standard support zone. It's a bit wider, and it's less focused on the microstructures in this correction. And this larger move down, or this larger correction, is or support area, is located between $143.51 and $109.78. So it's just an additional support area to watch. The one that's smaller is normally a little bit more accurate, but we cannot ignore, for example, here the 38.2 retracement. I mean, clearly there is some structural support as well. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. But it doesn't look like this correction is finished without a 5-wave move up. And the double bottom structure here, there is no clear bottoming structure because a double bottom normally doesn't hold. Yeah, it normally breaks. We had an example on the Casper chart recently. Let's just double check that. And I said I'm not convinced it's bottomed because it has a double bottom. There you go. See, some of you might remember that from the live stream. I said, look, it might have bottomed, but with a double bottom, not convinced. So yeah, I took it out. See, that's exactly what I mean when I talk about double bottoms. They often break. So it might not be directly evident, yeah, but it might happen a little later. So now on the Solana chart, therefore, while I am watching for lower directly, a double bottom can always lead to a temporary bounce. So the concept here in the yellow count is a direct pathway down, but it would be a fairly weak B wave. What we often see is a wider B wave. So the potential I'm tracking on various other altcoin charts as well is the potential for a potentially wider B wave in blue. So this wider B wave might extend, and if it does, it could do it from here. And why is that actually, let's say, likely? It is likely because this B wave is quite weak, and when an A wave, guidelines tell us that, yeah? When an A wave is a 3-wave move, which it is in this case, depending on how I count it, okay, there are different. I could also place the wave 1 here, then it's 5 waves down, then it's fine. But I know cryptocurrencies' tendencies to make corrections, especially B waves, more complex. So what can always happen is that this was just the A wave, this was the B wave, and we get a C wave up, 3 waves up, a more extended B wave, and then we come down, yeah? So A wave down, B wave up, C wave down. When can we confirm that? This could be confirmed if we get a break above initial micro resistance, which is currently located between $145.32 and $150.38. This is the initial micro resistance zone. Taking that out would mean that the immediate impulse down is likely getting invalidated, and then this would shift probabilities to a wider B wave. But it would simply expand this correction a bit, would delay the sell-off, and it might lead to another test here of the Thursday high, which formed around $168.30. The 11th of June high, Wednesday high. Yeah, that's the update on Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.